You said you don't want to turn 30? Here in Drip Studios. I don't want to turn. Nobody wants to get old, period. Alright, so we're up this morning getting coffee at Bold Bean Coffee. Nice little vibe here. Oh, there she goes. Are you always looking for? Alright, yeah, so got a vanilla honey macchiato and a cinnamon roll. Then we're gonna get our day started. Somebody here wouldn't let me plan out my itinerary like I wanted to, so we'll have to do it once we get our coffee. Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, so I'll tune back in with you guys in a little bit. Peace. Oh, no, you're fine. Haven't y'all always found that fascinating when they be making the little leaves and stuff in the coffee? That's really an art. Like I really like that. How did you hear about this place, or you just found it? Alright, so we about to sit in the car and plan out our day. Hopefully my brother wakes up. My brother lives in Jacksonville, if y'all don't know. And called him this morning. He didn't answer. More than likely he's still asleep. It's 10 o'clock now, so I don't really not sure when he's gonna call back. So we're just gonna go ahead and get our day started though for sure. Alright, I'm gonna tap back in with y'all when we are on our way to our first location. Peace. Kingsley, I had a mic on. God damn it. Kingsley Plantation. We're trying to get there at least, and this is like a back road to get there.
Trump pin signs.
We're definitely in Trump territory. But yeah, so we're just trying to get to the plantation. It's this little back road to get there. Very creepy, like something off a scary movie. Yeah, we found out some interesting stuff at the Museum of Science and History, which is where we just left. So we're trying to, I guess gather more information about the history of Jacksonville, because these Indians were black, and we've learned. See. Ooh, this is creepy, y'all. This is really creepy, like, for sure. It is so creepy. Look at this.
Trying to run away.
Y'all already know what these slaves was doing back here. We still got another 2-mile drive before we even get to the plantation, the actual plantation. Like, if another car was coming down this way, how would we be able to get out of the way? There's something coming up here. There goes somebody's house. Look at these trees, man. This is crazy. Trump pins flags out here, y'all. Like, he already lost. Like, take that shit down. It's okay. But we gonna tune back in when we make sure we make it to the right place. All right, peace. All right, so we are here at the plantation finally. It's real big. They're doing some construction on it. You can see, but it's open, so we're going to get the view, like the slave quarters, the house, the land, what they grew here, the crops they had here, and things like that. So it's just real interesting to know and to understand how all this came about. So yeah.
You read about the indigo?
Oh, ain't indigo like a flower? Okay, so the color blue comes from indigo, an indigo plant. For blue dye, you had to get it from these plants that are over here. And I would like to see how that's done. Interesting. Oh, this sucks because my battery's about to go dead on my camera. All my batteries at the hotel. But this is a sugarcane plant which was consumed and processed on this plantation. When you think of sugarcane, you think of sugar, molasses, and syrup. So if you're wondering where sugar comes from, obviously it comes from molasses. Molasses is generated from sugarcane. And you can't eat sugarcane like right out the ground, because I've done it before. My family back in Louisiana used to do it all the time, growing crops in Lafayette and New Iberia and some spots in Opelousas. So it's definitely a thing and could be a meal to some people who were living here on this plantation. So you only ate what you grew here on this plantation. So yeah. Now we're gonna go over here and look at the house. So hold on just a second. All right, so we're in front of the house now. I think this side is like under construction. They're trying to add some things to it, but right here is the actual house. The Kingsley family, St. John's family, all those people, they stay here. Can't go that way, but we're gonna go this way. So here goes the renovations through the years. Building before you was constructed in 1798, making oldest still standing plantation house in the state of Florida. Over the years, the house has faced many threats: fire, hurricanes, termites. Yeah. So definitely hurricanes, because after this part we're gonna walk around. They're literally right on the water. You can actually see the water through this window. This is the inside of the house. I don't think we can go in. Yeah, so we're gonna swing around over to the back porch and check that out. Hopefully we can get a better view inside the house. They had to have those windows because there was no air conditioning. Yeah, so Ebony was talking about the big windows and stuff like that. There's windows all around the side of the house. But in those times, 1800s, 1700s, even early 1900s, they didn't have any air conditioning. So when you get this breeze at this time of the year, open all them windows up and there go your air conditioning. But this is what I was saying, like, this plantation home is right off the water. And this river is called the St. John's River. And obviously, Florida is connected to the Atlantic Ocean. So I mean, this river kind of feeds into that ocean, because we're literally at this point, well, we came from Jacksonville, but we drove north, so we're probably like an hour maybe from the South Carolina borderline. Oh, but yeah, so this is the house next door. This building is closed. Okay. Restaurant and stuff over here. Look like it was. We're gonna go over here closer to the water. This wind off, it's cold, but when this wind from the water come in, it's freezing. It is so cold. I got my mask on just because I don't want my face to be cold. There's not even anybody around us. We did see a few wonderful people here who probably are descendants of this family that owns this plantation. Look at this. Take a look at that, pause it, so y'all can see what's going on. This is history. Woo. I'm just knowing there's all kinds of snakes and alligators in that. Woo. My best friend's last name. Have no way in the world. It's gonna be hard to find a job, hard to find a place to stay, so might as well stay here and work. Alright, so we're gonna go back over here to this side, to the Kingsley Plantation part, and we're gonna check out these trees and different slave quarters. Alright, we'll be right back. Look at this tree, boy. Them hurricanes be coming so hard. Uprooted this 400, 500-year-old tree probably. And as you can see, the wind comes off the coast and it blows the trees. So over the years, you can see like the trees taking the shape of wherever the wind is blowing. It's pretty loud. I got my walking shoes on. Oh, gopher tortoise. Oh, snakes. Alright, we're gonna put the trap. Do not disturb the snakes. You ain't gotta tell us twice. We out. Alright, so we got another little bunker over here, you know, a well, and like a water well, I guess, and which more than likely is a water well that comes off the St. Johns River. Although it is kind of weird that we are admiring the beauty of a former slave plantation, this stuff is actually really, it looks pretty cool. The old water well. We got fiberglass over it, but then the water comes out here. They probably put a pail in there, grab and go. So now it's a little bunker over here be right back. We're gonna tune in once we get in there. All right, y'all, so this is the slave quarters. Ebony just enlightened me on this. So behind me is the slave quarters, where the slaves will come from their slave houses that are over there. We're gonna go over there, check that out. But this is the slave quarters. Like, they guess they'll wake up in the morning, come over here. This is where they'll probably eat, get ready for their days, where they did all of the ginning and everything at. So you have cotton picking and cotton ginning. It's a process. And from the thing that we looked at earlier, you can rewind the video. It's steps, and they kind of like showed how they did the steps throughout the year, picking almost over 3,000 pounds of cotton. And we know how much cotton weighs, so imagine picking 3,000 pounds of it a day. Crazy. So slave quarters. If you ever wondered why the black church looked the way it looks, just look at this and see if that looks familiar. A life with no choices. Alright, so this is the slave quarters. Hand sanitizer, whatever. Yeah, so then they would come out. You see this? Alright, so we're gonna tune back in, and then we're gonna go look at the once upon a time slave house. We seen them coming in, but it wasn't really much to see after so many years of dealing with hurricanes and stuff like that. I can understand why they're not hardly standing, but once we get there, I'm gonna tune back in with you guys. All right, peace.
The slave. God damn.
Please read that. Read that.
We walk into the slave cabin.
Walking towards the slave cabins. So this is not the slave quarters, because the quarters is where Master House is. We are going to the slave cabins, and as you can tell from the signs that I showed you guys just moments ago, that was the line of two different worlds. White people up there, slave cabins down here, and they weren't much. As you can read on the thing, said you can get bit by poisonous snakes, larger prey, poisonous mosquitoes, all kinds of stuff. So this is where they lived, right here. These are pretty old, so that they did used to have tops on them, but wow. Brick and clay. That's pretty much all they were made out of. So, I mean, after years of hurricanes and bad weather, I mean, they're not gonna stay up long, but so yeah. And this is not to. Wait, you see these? Like two totally different histories here. Our history is enslavement. Their history is ownership. They used to own these slaves in slave houses. So they come here to learn more about their history, in which they see it as a positive aspect. Only positive I see is that we made it out of it with still some type of racial profiling towards us. But yeah, so, and people wonder why black people are so still bitter, because we know our history. That's why. And you can say supposed to get over it, but why? See, this house wasn't even made out of brick. This was made out of shells. Shells collected probably from the river and the beaches. That's creative. Very creative. Oh. Tap back in when we get ready to go. Peace. Alright, so we about to get out of here. Ebony is still reminiscing about this goddamn cookie we got at the bean cookie. That's why I had the salt on them?
I do not believe that. Flourless and vegan. How?
Shit, I guess we had a flourless vegan fudge cookie. Was it double fudge or just fudge?
Yeah, fudge and chocolate chips.
Fudge and chocolate. So yeah. But we headed out of here through this creepy place. So we are going to tune back in. We gotta get some gas and whatnot. And we'll hit y'all back when we get to our destination. Our next destination. Alright. More than likely it's gonna be something to eat or the mall. So yeah. Peace. Alright, so we are now at the Bearded Pig. Eb is in the restaurant already ordered the food and whatnot. So this is our first meal of the day. We didn't eat breakfast this morning. All we had was coffee and a cinnamon roll. She had the little fudge cookie. So we are at the Bearded Pig and we are about to chow down. So I'm gonna tune back in with you guys when we get our food and when we start eating. Okie dokie. Peace. Alright, y'all, so we at the Bearded Pig. I got the baked potato brisket, loaded baked potato brisket. It's alright, I don't think I'm a big barbecue person, but she got the brisket sandwich with collard greens and the jalapeno poppers. I haven't tasted the poppers yet, but I'm gonna taste it right now. It's hot.
Why are you always eating off what I do?
It's cool, but I'm not a big cheese person either. So I like seafood. I'm a seafood guy, and I like a good burger. I'm not really into this barbecue stuff. But, I mean, it's just a meal today, so I won't pass out. But we definitely gotta get some seafood later.
Can't afford some. On a budget.
We on a budget. I guess we're gonna get a good burger later. Yeah. All right.
Hello, camera.
Homegirl here wanted to stop and get some chocolate. She has her thing too. Everywhere we travel, she gotta try some type of different chocolate. She already fell in love with some chocolate at the coffee place that we went to this morning. So she already talking about going back there in the morning. So now we about to try Peterbrook Chocolatier. We took down. So and we supposed to go to Sweet Pete's. So right? My mama came to Jacksonville a while back, and they went to this place called Sweet Pete's. It's a candy place. She wants us to go there so bad, so I guess we'll stop by there. We'll see how far it is from here, and we'll probably stop there too. So, yep. And we'll tune back in after she gets her chocolate. Oh.
That'll probably help you out.
Yeah, I don't do chocolate. I don't like chocolate. Two things I don't like: chocolate and cheese. I like a little bit of chocolate, but I don't. Yeah. What those? Chocolate forever.
It's a good place to be.
She got stuck there because she lost her bet in high school.
Oh no.
Wilson.
Not a good thing.
I don't care how you ended up there. Blessings.
Yep.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You have a blessed day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Crispy treat.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything.
Hey, if you need help with anything, just let me know. Okay.
You know what you gonna get. She don't know what she gonna get, y'all. She is in chocolate heaven right now. So we'll tune back in, and I guess I'll let y'all know at our next destination what she finally decides that she wants. You don't even eat pretzels like that. Why are you looking at this?
And it's a lot of fun, but it's also one cathartic experience.
Oh, dog.
Obviously not the same, but it is a little piece of that, so I appreciate it. Check it out every weekday. It's called Black Crowd.
You see the popcorn? Chocolate covered popcorn. Yeah, we're gonna tune back in. She going out of control. She's out of control. So yeah.
The dip wine bottle.
Dip. Chocolate dipped wine bottles. Yeah, it's out of control. Yeah, we're gonna tune back in with y'all later.